Hey everybody, it's Steve. I'm looking at these properties here. Hey everybody, it's Steve. So when you go to a neighborhood and you're looking at a property you want to buy, and the building itself looks good, the overall conditions are reasonable for what you expected, everything else looks good, that's not the end of the conversation. And you'll click down a lot of streets and they'll look pretty average. You got some not too old cars, you've got some reasonable condition houses, these are your neighbors, everything looks fine. Well, that's only part of the question. Okay, that one was a little questionable. But who's in the neighborhood? What can you find out? And in this case, I was at a property today where there was a property manager who was very honest and said, listen, that house, and that house are problems. Everything else in the neighborhood is perfect, but we got 3 drug houses. This is what's going on for us. They weren't drug houses, but whatever. 3 problem houses. This is what's going on. And that'll affect your value. It may not affect your appraisal. It'll affect whether or not tenants want to live there. So it's important to look into what your neighborhood is like and to know more about it when you're buying into a neighborhood. It's important to take that value into consideration. She was very honest, but she's legally required to not hide material facts. So I appreciate the honesty, but also don't really give her extra points for it. But I do appreciate it because a lot of people wouldn't mention it. But it is important. Hey guys, it's Steve. Listen, I was just at a property, nice little neighborhood like this. Actually, it wasn't on this street, but it was near it. And neighborhood looks good. Property was what I expected it would be. It was kind of like one of those, not so great condition, whatever. Property manager that was showing me the property was honest, and actually she's borderline legally required to. I don't know. You have to disclose material facts, so she might have had to, but whatever. It was appreciated that she did it. That 3 houses in the neighborhood, especially one, were drug houses, and they weren't properly run, and this, that, and the other thing. So now I need to take that into account in my overall business. The appraisal is not going to change because the appraiser is there for 20 minutes. They take some pictures and they leave. But as tenants, am I going to get good tenants there? What am I going to have to sacrifice on my tenants? And that influences my cash flow. So all I wanted to say with this was, you look at your neighborhood, you see nice neighbors, you see nicely maintained houses. All that's wonderful. But you may want to dig a little deeper. See if you see signs of drug use. Do you see signs of whatever? Talk to neighbors. If they kind of roll their eyes and say, well, it's not what it used to be as far as a neighborhood, dig a little deeper. Because it may not affect your appraisal, but it will affect your cash flow.